Hey, and welcome to the patch notes 7.4.1 for draft mode. This just got announced, and some of these changes have been already implemented, which is an amazing surprise. Something really fun to look forward to. Also, some of the cards revealed, expansion, everything's really exciting. Just can't wait for December 8th for all that to come out and just have a blast and get all that into Arena, and really excited for what's coming. But for now, we're focused on draft mode and the patch notes of 7.4.1. Happily, I did get the ratio screen reach right this time, so it's not that weird block like I did last time where I struggled to capture the screen. Alright, and just before I start, I do want to mention one thing about the videos that are going to be going up from today. I have been really enjoying Arena, and I've been recording quite a bit in the free time I've had. And I've actually just finished recording the entirety of this week's video and most of next week as well. Like that's how far I've managed to get the backlog right now, since I've had some free time, and I don't always get to have that free time, so I wanted to make sure there was consistently videos going up every day, Monday to Friday, and since I had the time, I put in this. So you will not see the new big boy and some of his Witcher friends in any of the Arena videos, and these patch notes don't apply to the Arena videos I'm putting out. If I do get time next week, I will record a new batch for next week and bring these guys in. If I don't, then I'll do it as soon as I can. Alright, having said that, let's get into some of these notes. So I've gone through this already. I will go through it again, and I'll give you my thoughts on these changes. Okay, first of all, they are just saying here that they will be treating Arena like ranked, where there will be constant updates and patches and all that. So they will keep the game interesting. They will keep adding and taking things away. I'm guessing they'll keep working on the formulas. It is an early access, so it's expected for them to put all this work in, but I think the message that is being sent here is actually just beyond that. It's not about it being in this early access form, but it's more about that this is a commitment they're going to make going forward, for the rest of the time. Even when they think they've perfected the draft mode, they will still keep doing this. So that's what I read from here. So that's really cool. I'm really happy to hear that, because like they even acknowledged that with Arena, it was untouched, and that really sometimes became stale. It sucked to see that there was this really cool game mode never got support, and now we do have an even better game mode that will get continuous support. So very happy about that. That is some awesome news, and that's just great stuff. All right, so here we go. We got some new arrivals, and let's go through these one at a time. New cards added, by the way. The sorcerer himself, Alzur, is in. If you haven't seen him, I will see. We'll check. I will take a look and see if I'll show you that. Let me quickly bring that up. One sec. And here we have Alzur. And whenever you play a spell card, spawn a random unit with the same provision cost on this row, counter 3. This is very exciting. I think this card's gonna be just a lot of fun. I think Gwent tries to stay away from the randomness, but it has to be said and has to be acknowledged that randomness in card games sometimes is a lot of fun. I think that's why games such as Hearthstone, it's a lot of fun sometimes, because some really crazy things can happen that can really pull you out out of defeat, out of that right at the last minute. And sometimes randoms can just be a lot of fun but sometimes it can be just a horrible experience, and I don't think it has a place in Gwent, but I do believe that a little bit is welcome, and I'm really happy to see this card. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. They did also say on the update that this counter 3, you can play up to 3 spell cards, and he'll generate 3 units. And if you do reset him, the counter does go back up to 3. So you could potentially do 6 units. You need Alzur and 6 spells in hand, but there's a possibility in one of them being a reset. This is the new card that's being added. You can play with that right now. If you go in and onto draft mode, he will now start showing up. I can't wait to get into it. I'll probably get a chance to only play like a game or two on my phone, but I really just can't wait to, you know, sit down and record some videos with this guy. That's the first new edition. Awesome, very welcome, so happy to see it. Let's go back to the patch notes. All right, so back at the patch notes, we now spoke about Alzur here. Next up, we do have the Mages package is now a default tribal package. That is pretty cool. Very happy to see that. There is some mages in the game, and I think having a mage package, the trial package, it could be really fun because Nilfgaard has some mages, and Nilfgaard can make use of some mages. So if they can get some of the realms of mages into with some of their synergies, I think that'll be cool. So this is a very nice addition. Alzur is added as a core card. Choosing him increases chance of getting tribal, mages package, and special packages. So choosing Alzur now, you will be getting special cards. He will work, and you will be getting mages as well, I guess, for what it's worth. I'm not sure. Would have to go through all the mages in the game and see what's currently in draft. Just look at that before making giving you my thoughts on the mages package, but still good to know that it's gonna synergize with special cards. Stress telekinesis is added to the mages package. All right, that's pretty okay, I guess. Just as long as it's not like it's always like Triss something something, and it's always the same package. Just as long as it morphs, it's different. Okay, new Witcher added. Trio wombo combo package is added. Vesemir, Mentor, Lambert, Swordmaster, and Eskel Pathfinder. Okay, so these are just the regular witches. When I read this the first time, by the way, I actually for a second thought it was one of these new cards that they introduced. That's what I read this as. So it's a Witcher Mentor. They introduced I think it's a bronze card. I'll do a card review when they release some more cards. It'll be fun to go through those. So the three witches have been added. That's really cool to see. If they also come in one package. There is a Wombacom package. This is one package. This is a very, very powerful package. I think that with Pathfinder Eskel, you're always going to be getting value. Vesemir Mentor is a little weak, but if you can, you know, when the new expansion comes in next month, Vesemir Mentor is going to be an insane card. Telling you now, this is going to be an insane card. If you can find a way to play this twice, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's something I would want to try and do with all the new witches they're adding. Okay, departures. Elves is no longer a default tribal package. That's very interesting. I think maybe because they had some problems with Wild Hunt and elves or something like that. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't make too much sense to me, as elves can be do synergize off each other sometimes. Tourney Shelmar is removed from mechanical create package. I don't know how to feel about this. Removed from mechanical, and then is he put into the create package? Because if he's put into the create package, I mean, Tourney Shelmar is probably one of the best cards you can get. So if he's just being moved to a new package, that is what it is. I'm not really too sure of this change. I haven't gotten a chance to play with Tourney Shelmar too much, so maybe this will up those chances. Okay, Gales is removed from tribal Wild Hunt package. Very interesting, because there is just a little bit of synergy with Wild Hunt in terms of some of the weaker units, or one of the frost, the guys who applies frost to the opposite row. Gales could come down and just synergize of that. But all right, guess that's being removed from the Wild Hunt package. It's never nice to see when cross synergies don't or are being split apart, but it makes sense. It makes sense, I guess. Okay, Sewer Raiders are removed from the Value Horde package. This is a nice change, I think, but at the same time, the Horde package then does get a little bit weaker, because these guys are very strong when you're running any kind of syndicate leader, and if you're trying to hoard the board, there's been games where they have really just saved me. You save them for round 3 or whatever, and it works. So I understand it. It was a little bit powerful, but at the same time, I think the Horde packages don't need any help from the Sewer Raiders. when you start getting a few horde packages and maybe a talisman or two, it's nuts. So this is an okay change. Twist Telekinesis is removed from the core cards. I guess I'm happy to see this. I never minded Twist Telekinesis. I think she was fine. I've actually had a bigger problem with the other Triss that hand buffs and telekinesis, but okay. I wish I didn't remove her. I honestly think she was fine. She was a fun card to get. Shuffling and balancing. Prize winning cow is replaced with operator in the tribal beast package. Now that's very interesting. I'm happy the prize winning cow is replaced because it is a useless card and you never want to see it. Sometimes it would even make the other two cards in the package not as tempting as you normally would want to pick them up, just because you know that prize winning cow is such a liability. So happy to see that. And the operator being brought in, that's also really cool. Look forward to playing with that. The triple Drummond Queen's Guard package will now include 2 Drummond Queen Guards and Sreyas and Crate. That is really cool, really powerful, but I really love this package. Great change. I really do agree with this. I think that the Drummond package really now gets quite a bit of a boost. The thinning is still there, but it's going to be one of the best thinning packages you can pick up. Might be a little hard to activate sometimes, but still a very welcome change. I look forward to getting that and getting obliterated by that too. Odds of getting more Deathwish cards in mechanical Deathwish package increased. That's good. I think I did a death run and the synergy just wasn't there. And if they are now increasing those odds of getting more Deathwish when you need it, I think that's fantastic. Chances of getting Vandergriff in defense shield package are decreased. I think this is good. I think Vandergriff came up a little too often. But at the same time, defenders are very hard to come by. So the fact that he did come up a little too often was great. I think, you know, getting one Vandergriff was always a good thing, and because it is so hard sometimes to get a defense, because even when you do get one, sometimes you get a better package, you're like, well, I have to not pick that up. So it's a welcome change, but at the same time, I guess it was, I don't feel like it was needed. I don't think it ruined the game, but still, I almost feel like just to take a moment and speak about the defenders though. I almost feel like at the moment defenders don't have a place in draft mode because they're just so difficult to remove. You don't have a constructed deck where you know you can kind of account for one defender when you're playing against somebody. In the draft, I have noticed that it is quite a bit tougher to remove defenders. There are a few purifiers here and there that work great, and sometimes you do have the removal necessary to get rid of them on board, but especially the Syndicate defender can be a really big nuisance, and Vandergrift is a little bit of a nuisance. The Scaliger one is also a little bit of a nuisance, and I think that at the moment, just because it's so difficult to deal with them, there might not be a place for them in the game. I think that Veil is enough for now. Honestly, like, Veil is enough to protect units right now. So having Veil in the game is great, but defenders are just a little too tough to deal with, and sometimes can be nigh impossible to deal with altogether. So I do feel like as long as there's defenders, I wish this was a little bit more higher so that everybody could have one. But at the same time, maybe defenders should be looked at and considered to be removed from the game. Yeah. Generally reduced odds of seeing the same thinning package twice. I've never run into this problem, but I'm happy to see that if there was a problem, it's been taken care of, so that's really good to read. The following core cards and leader abilities now boost chances of getting tribal mage packages: Vigo, Zartrz, and Stockpile. Stockpile is a little bit of an interesting one, but at the same time I understand it. It's just, I don't think it's right. I think Stockpile, well, when Stockpile gets going and gets charges and order, it's insane. But mages, I'm not sure how that works. Stockpile outside of the mages that get one every time you play a mage. having said that, we'll see what that is. Oh, how that works out. The Vigo package, okay, that's cool. The Zothar package, sorry, like that. Zothar package also really does make sense a lot. And the stockpile one is an interesting one, but I think it'll work. My last stockpile run that I remember was just garbage. All right, and then finally, bronzes that come with Cave Troll have been adapted to the following Orcoid: Neca Warrior, Ice Troll, Ice Giant, Neca, and Cyclops. Alright, I think that's what it is. I think this is just might be something they see, some numbers they see internally and think they needed just a little help here. Whatever it is, I'm always trusting the CD Projekt Red is going the right way, and it has been going the right way for a long time with Gwen. So this, I'm not 100% sure what to make of it, but at the same time, it's one of those situations where it's more like wait and see, and I trust that they're doing the right thing. So yeah, that is the update to draft mode, the 7.4.1 patch. I think it's very exciting, introduces a lot of new things, and in a few weeks we're gonna have a whole new expansion upon us as well, with a bunch of new cards. Can't wait to do some card reviews when a little bit more have come out, maybe once a week. And yeah, and I'll try and see if I can find the time. I will try and record some of these new draft mode games that yeah, I'm gonna try if I do get time. Well, basically what I'm saying, if I do get time, I'll also try force an Alzur draft so we can see how that works. But yeah, if I don't, just want to let everyone know that is watching that I do have enough, I think, now for the rest of this week and next week, in case, you know, sometimes, you know, life gets busy and you miss, you know, you don't get the time to. And I'm always happy to know that there's like a constant experience, you know, on the channel or whatever. Cool. Anyway, so that's it. I hope you enjoy this, and yeah, hope you just have fun with the new draft mode. I think it's gonna be great, and until next time, peace out and have fun.